Another medical professional brought to you by Independence Health System Expert Care here. And I always say you're a half person from everybody. And our surgeon is Dr. Tom Muzzonigro. We call him Tommy. And I've known him and his wife, Debbie, and family since our kids were little. And full disclosure, he did my meniscus. It's been a few semesters, but from Butler Memorial Hospital and Tri-Rivers, Dr. Muzzonigro. Tom, good morning.
Good morning, Larry. As always, thanks for having me, and thanks for being so kind.
And you can see Dr. Muzzonigro on our live stream at KDKRadio.com, presented by Metropolitan Window Company. And we're also on a KDK Radio YouTube. We're everywhere, Tom, so people can see and hear you. That's the technology and the world we live in today.
Well, that's amazing, and thank you.
And that said, I want to congratulate you and the team, Butler Memorial Hospital, receiving a 5-star rating for outpatient total knee replacement by Healthgrades, and that's you and your team. You must be very proud.
I am, and I think that you said it perfectly. It's really a team effort, Larry. It starts in the office and the hospital with the team members. We have an amazing team at Tri-Rivers that's been together for years, an amazing team at Butler Hospital, up at part of Independence Health for some of my members over 20 years, and we've been working on this consistently throughout that time.
And that said, Tom, what does that mean when people are making a choice in healthcare? Obviously, they want the best of the best, and with a 5-star rating, that puts you at the top.
That's what we really work for every day. And again, it's a team effort. The family, including the patient and either their friends or family, as you know, my team in the office and our team at the hospital. And it's baby steps, really. It's each step is critical. And you want, for example, if I was taking care of your uncle, you want him to be optimized, and you don't want him to have any surgery till he's perfect. And then when he's perfect and he's having a bad knee, then we can fix him and get him back.
There are a lot of questions, as you know, Doc. You get them everywhere you go once they find out you're an orthopedic surgeon. When do you know? I know a lot of people have knee and hip pain in particular. When do you know that, hey, I should see my doc, and then at what point is it determined they would need surgery?
It's a great question, obviously. So one, on your own at home, worsening knee or hip pain, it starts to affect your gait, so you start to limp. Maybe you can't walk as far as you could, maybe uneven ground, like if you like to play with the grandkids or walk your dog or hunt or golf, those kind of things. You should self-treat, try to get in shape, lose a little weight if you need to. You can try soft brace. If your stomach and your medical allows, you can try a Tylenol or Motrin, right? Routine stuff. But if it keeps negatively impacting you and you know better, that's when I think it's reasonable to say, hey, should I see my doc? And you can see your PCP or go straight to me or one of the team members. But that's how I look at that.
And then what have been the technological leaps when it comes to replacing joints like a hip? We hear about hip replacement surgery. So let's start first with averages. If you're replacing a knee, what is the average recovery time? Understanding it varies greatly with individuals.
Sure. I think the best way to look at it is in months. And I tell people it's a 3 to 4 month process. So month 1, you're doing healing and early rehab. Month 2, you're rehabilitating, and most of the major healing is occurring. And then you're in the remodeling phase, really. And then month 3 and 4 is when we get you back to full activities. And I tell the truth. Some people are blazingly fast, 8 weeks, so 2 months, great. And some people, need month 3 to rehab to feel great at month 4. And I tell them, if you're 76 and it's been bugging you for 10 years and we're talking weeks, don't worry about whether you're week 8 or 10. You're going to do great.
And then what about hips too? Does that apply? I know hips seem it would be a little more challenging.
It's interesting. Hips are actually a little easier on the patients in general from the point of view of pain and rehab, and a little easier from functionality. I think that has to do with if you grab your own hips and butt and think of Babe Ruth, you got a lot of meat and muscle there, and it's a ball and socket deep in there, and people tend to do well. But I still think, 6 to 12 weeks or 2 to 4 months is proper.
And
And now I would like to say this. You're up and walking the day of surgery, including stairs at Butler. So when I say you're healing and remodeling, it's part of the process.
yeah, and outpatient total knee replacement is relatively new or not?
It is relatively new. It's been making strides over the last 10 and 20 years, but it was baby steps. But it really took leaps and bounds, I'd say, over the last 5 to 10 years. We had some advances with a actually not expensive and not fancy medicine from trauma that really revolutionized blood management and helped with pain and inflammation. And that combined with what we call multimodal anesthesia, which is just a fancy way of saying we trick your brain into not knowing we fixed your hip or knee so you can rehab, right?
I like that.
That with rehab, advanced rehab techniques and surgical techniques and some improvements in the products, it's really all been baby steps to now at times we have more than 50% of people going home the same day of surgery.
And you've also worked with a lot of athletes who have had knee injuries, hip injuries, and that's a process that when young people have to have work done, obviously you would assume they recover a little quicker than those who are a lot older.
Absolutely. You know, I tell young people they can heal a sprain, a strain 3 to 6 weeks. Regular age people 6 to 8 weeks, and maybe me and you more in the 8 to 10 range these days.
Thank you very much for that. And before you go, anything you're driving along up to Butler and you're thinking, boy, the next time I want to make sure people know this about what you do.
Well, one, I love it. I just got back from that mission trip, and that's probably my most rewarding week of the year because you get to work for free and it reminds you why you do it because you're helping people and you're giving your time and energy, but you're not getting compensated, which is just amazing. But I think, one, I tell a lot of the young people medicine's a really rewarding job. It can be hard, the job, but the vocation's amazing. And if I were to leave you with two thoughts, I'll give you two. One, I bring my friends and family to Butler, as you know. I've had my hands fixed there for my care. And two, shout out to my Uncle Tony Catalano on Long Island, 105 years old, World War II veteran. He had a drive-by parade this weekend.
That's incredible. Well, you have a beautiful family, and I know you're the top dog, so appreciate the time this morning before you get at it. Thank you.
Thanks, Larry. Tell the team I said hi and thanks, as always.
Dr. Tom Muzzonigro, award winner, Butler Memorial, 5-star rating for outpatient total knee replacement by Healthgrades. That's a big deal, and Tom is as good as it gets. How about his uncle, Aaron? 105.
Yeah, that's
veteran.
legendary.
That's extraordinary.